Welcome back to your mat. I'm actually really pumped about this workout today. So this is my adaptation of reformer exercises taken and put onto the mat. Now, if you've never been on a reformer before, it looks like a torture device, and it looks like this small, tiny bed, and it's on a moving platform. We have pulleys, we've got springs, we've got a lot going on the reformer, and it's a beautiful way to work your body and to really become a little bit more connected to which muscles you're using, how you're using them, and take you a little bit deeper into your practice. So I love the reformer. However, most of us don't have one in our home. Not only do they take up a lot of space, they also can take a big chunk out of your pocket. So this is kind of my take on being able to get the benefit of doing some of those reformer exercises at home on your mat. You will need props for this. So I'm sorry, I have not adapted it to no props because the reformer is a huge piece of apparatus and it just wouldn't really work well or apply it well without props. So your props that you will need are a foam roller and a TheraBand or a resistance band, preferably a long one because we're going to be doing quite a bit of work that's going to need the full length of the band. So mine I think are about 6 feet long. That's what I recommend. I have them actually listed on my recommended products. So if you don't have one, you can grab these. You can also grab this foam roller for my recommended products as well. And these are the tools that we're going to be using. I have TheraBands in 2 different weights. So this is a light to medium, and this is a medium to heavy. You don't need to have both, but I just like to have it so I can adjust as needed. You know, use the heavier one for legs, use the lighter one for arms, that type of thing. But again, you could totally use one band and it'll be fine. So the other thing about this is that I'm going to break it into segments. Now, this, you can do the entire thing and get a full reformer workout on your mat, or you can take it chunk by chunk and you could do maybe an upper body portion one day and do the lower body portion another day, and so on and so forth. So I am going to be breaking it up into segments for you guys, but for today we are going to get right into it. Get your props, grab your mat, and then join me and we will get going. All right, so we are moving on here, and for this next little segment, you are going to need both your foam roller and a band. I'm actually going to be swapping this out and using a lighter weight band. You can keep using the same one if that works for you, and just kind of adjust your grip on the band. That should work as well, rather than swapping, but do whatever you need to do. I'm going to place my roller over here so you can see from the side what is going on in my body while we're working. And all I'm going to do is kneel on this roller, okay? I'm going to take my band and I'm going to leave it underneath my ankles. And I've got it kind of centered here. That's the goal, at least, is that it's somewhat centered. And then I'm going to hold the band in my hand, same grip as always here. And I'm going to come up onto my knees. Now, from here, my toes are planted into the mat behind me. I don't know if you could see that, but they are planted. I'm not floating magically on this roller. I would probably face plant pretty quickly if I did, or if I tried. From here, all I want us to do is turn the palms so that they're facing behind us. The shoulders are down on the back, the chest and collarbone are wide, and we're working that axial elongation where we're lifting through the crown of the head and we're allowing the tailbone to drop heavy to the ground. On your exhale, you're just going to press the arms straight up in front of you. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to press, inhaling down. And down. Good. So really working on stabilization of the shoulder here so that we don't pull up or recruit into the traps. We don't want that. And we're working that stability, or that balance is being challenged by being on this roller. If you were on the reformer, you would be moving while you're pulling those arms up towards the sky. So we want to challenge the balance. We want to challenge the core indirectly here. Last 2. One more. And bring it down. Now on this one, I want you to turn the palms so they're facing each other, right? And this one is called hug a tree. You're going to start with your arms wide to the side, and as you exhale, you're imagining that you're wrapping your arms around a giant tree, pulling your belly in. Inhale to open wide. Exhale to close and open. Good. Shoulders are down, neck is long. We've got 5, 4, 3, nice big hug, rounded elbows. 2, 1 more. Open and lower it down. Good. So now we're going to kind of combine the two slightly, and we're going to go into arm circles. I'm going to loosen up the grip on my band a little bit because I know we're going to go into a full range of motion with our arms going up overhead and down. Okay, so make sure that your tension is appropriate for that movement. So when I start off, I have some slack. That's okay. Shoulders down, find that position that we first started in with those arm presses. As you exhale, draw the belly in, float those arms up, and then take them overhead, circle off to the side, and bring it back to the start. Exhale, around and down. Now, every time my arms go up, I'm anticipating that press by pulling my belly in and up. It's not sucking your belly in, right? It's using those abdominals to stabilize you on this wobbly surface. 2 more. Watching for those traps. They're going to want to work hard here. Don't let them. And we're reversing it. So we take it out to the side. Exhale, circle the arms and bring it down. So the palms turn out. They press overhead toward each other, and then the palms rotate down to that start position. Rotate the palm, lift, and inhale, rotate the palm down. And down. Let's go for 4. And down. 3. You don't need to do many of these, and those shoulders just warm up so fast. 1 more. And bring it down with control and rock those shoulders out. Now, a quick little adjustment here. We're going to turn the roller. You don't really have to, but I am, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to turn the roller, and I'm going to hop back onto it, but I'm going to change the band. So I want my band, again, kind of the center of my band, and I'm going to tuck it under my roller this time. Now I have a good portion of my band sticking out from one side, from the front side of my roller. Okay, and then I'm going to kneel on my roller again. There, so we got it. So from here, we're going into some single arm work while we're balancing on that roller. So knees are about hip distance apart. My toes are tucked under for some stabilization. Pelvis is in neutral, spine is tall, that axial elongation is happening. From here, I'm gonna take the band, wrap it around my left palm, and I wanna hook my left elbow in nice and close to my side. As I exhale, I'm gonna press up toward the ceiling, open the arm, sweep the arm back up, and bring it in. Exhale, we press, open wide, lift, and down. So now what I'm looking for here is just a nice stabilization through the shoulders, right? Watching that this side isn't hiking or this side isn't hiking. We want to keep the body in a nice square box here, right? A lot of people say you don't want to be square, but in Pilates, we want to at least be aware of the square. And down. 2 more. Open, up, and down. 1 more. Up, open, lift, and in. Good. Now, on this one, I want you to hold the band a little bit lower with your right hand. So the opposite hand is going to hold the band. I'm going to wrap a little bit around my palm just for stabilization. And then I'm going to take my opposite hand to the roller. I'm going to start with my chest facing the roller. And as I exhale, I'm going to pull my elbow toward the ceiling and then extend as I rotate up and look towards that palm. Inhale, resist to come back. Exhale, rotate the chest, open the arm, and bring it back. So here, we're thinking about the back side of that shoulder or into the upper back musculature. Want to think about behind that shoulder blade, working to pull the band open. Last 3. Really trying to stabilize the body here, that very thin little surface. 1 more. Exhale, press. and bring it in. Now from here, get a little trickier, a little fancier. Reach that right leg long. Draw the abdominals in, press your hips slightly forward so your hips are stacked. I'm already wobbling, so this is gonna be real interesting. From here, I want you to take a breath and exhale, just bring your elbow up towards the ceiling and think about almost like your hand on your hip, right? That's the position we're in, not doing anything else with it. All you're gonna do from here is exhale, float that right leg and down. Exhale, float and down. And down, you've got 4. And down, woo, work that stabilization. And 2. One more, pause. Now bend your knee in. As you extend that right leg, extend through that right arm. Bend, extend. Let's just do 5. And 2 more. One more. Bend, take it down, and help yourself off. Good job, you guys. I know those are not as easy as they might appear, which it's basically all Pilates, right? It all looks so easy until you actually have to get out there and do it yourself. All right, from here, wrapping the band, I'm just taking it to the other side. You could literally just flip around on your roller, but just for you guys, so you can see what I'm doing, I'm moving it over. All right, back up on our knees. And we've got the band now in that right hand to start off, squaring the hips, pulling the belly up and in, finding that axial elongation. And then exhale, we're gonna press that right palm straight up. Inhale, we open off to the side. Exhale, bring it up and down. Press, open, up and down. So I want the band to be off to the side of my body. I don't want it in front of my body. Otherwise, I'm gonna get really tangled in it, and I just don't want to deal with that. And I've wrapped the band around my palm again, just to make it a little bit easier for holding. Because if you hold this band for this whole class, your fingers are gonna feel gnarly afterwards. So you gotta find a break for those fingers. Draw the abs in as you press up. Exhale, 2 more. Open, again, watching that we're not lifting from the side of our body. Last set. And bring it down. Well done. Now, releasing from that right hand, taking it into our left, wrapping it just a little bit here, and I'm rotating my body. So I'm bringing my right palm to the roller, rotating my body, rotating my chest, except my hips are still pointing straight ahead at you. So point your hips at me, and then exhale, you're going to pull your elbow to the ceiling. As you start that pull, rotate your chest, look up towards the palm, and inhale, coming back. Exhale, we pull. I think about starting a lawnmower. It's kind of that same sensation of really pulling with that upper back and center. And back. There we go. Let's do 4. And back, watching that your wrist stays nice and strong. No bending or breaking at the wrist. 2 to go. 1 more. And slowly bring it in. Now from here, this is where we get a little bit trickier, okay? I'm gonna loosen my grip just a little bit on this band. Take my right palm back down, my right knee stays on, my left leg goes off to the side. All right, so we take a deep breath in here, square those hips towards me. Take that elbow, that left elbow towards the sky, shoulders down and away, as if you're planting your hand on your hip. Exhale, we press and float that left leg up and tap it down. Exhale, and down. 5, 4, 3, little windy here, 2, 1 more, press and hold. Now as you bend the knee, the elbow stays bent. Exhale, extend through the arm, extend through the leg. We're only doing 5. That's 4, 3, 2, final one. Exhale, bring it in, and help yourself off of that roller. Well done. That was a really challenging